Yep. Okay, today we're going to be talking about the development factors, more specifically things that you can use to measure development. Classically, these would be things like GDP or GNI or GDP per capita, and they were basically just trying to measure how rich people in the country were. More recently, they also measure it using birth rate and death rate and infant mortality, because this shows like how long the people are living. And then even more recently than that, they included such factors as people per doctor, literacy rate, access to safe water, and so these are showing these show the education level and basically how good life is in these countries. And finally, you get HDI, which is the method which the UN uses to measure development, which takes into account all three of these sort of broad topics, with GDP per capita measuring standard of living, life expectancy measuring health, and literacy rate measuring, no sorry, not literacy rate, expected years of schooling measuring how measuring education. Then you get all these three numbers that you'll get, and you put them into one single figure, which is the development level.
Now the North-South divide. The first thing to say about the North-South divide is that it's very outdated and it's not very precise because it doesn't show developing countries. Another thing to show is that it's not actually the North-South divide, as it kind of, the line curves down around Australia, so it's not actually North and South. Anyway, the idea of the North and South divide is that mostly all the MEDCs are in the north and all the LEDCs are in the south. And also that all the MEDCs in the north were developing a lot quicker in the south, which is now not true at all. Moving on to HDI.
HDI, the Human Development Index. Fascinating stuff. Right, first we have literacy rate, which is the key principle in measuring a country's development. Say if, for instance, Britain, which is a highly developed country, has an extremely high literacy rate because we have free education for all those who are under the age of 18, and it's also compulsory. The second thing is healthcare. It measures the life expectancy of a country. R1 again is very high. So Scandinavian countries have a traditionally high life expectancy, which is a great way of telling. And so it's the final pillar of these human development index is the GDP of the country, GDP per capita, to be precise. I mean, we have an extremely high one again. We're a very rich country, especially specialising in financial services, especially with certain districts in London. Now, each country is given a value of HDI, which enables them to put, a table, if you like, with a leaderboard, so we know exactly which country is the most developed, which is the least developed. And it's from 0 to 1, and Britain again, very, very high, 0.947, which is a great stat to have because we've got all those things really, really, really well.